Welcome to another episode of Adventures in Arch Linux. This is episode 9 now, and I thought the series was going to be cancelled. Problem is, I couldn't actually get Arch Linux to boot. Something was wrong. But now look, it's booting. So let me tell you the story. So I had an issue with my 3TB hard drive, and I got it fixed, and the guy installed Intel RST and all this stuff. Then when I kind of got home, I was like, I can't boot into Ubuntu and I can't boot into Arch Linux. So I thought, this is weird, because Grub just wouldn't show. Like, I've got Ubuntu dual booted on my main computer, and as you know, this Arch Linux operating system is installed on my portable hard drive. So I thought, okay, I'll just put in this Arch Linux installer disk, which is how I usually installed Arch Linux. And I thought, okay, I'll have a look if Grub appears on this. And Grub did appear. Grub is like a kind of a bootloader thing, mainly to boot Linux operating systems, but you can boot Windows and other stuff with it too. So here we go, I put this in and Grub comes up, and then it boots into Arch, like the Arch Linux installer CD, and I'm thinking, so Grub does work, maybe it's just existing things that don't work. So then I think, what if I just give Ubuntu one more go? And Ubuntu worked. And I'm like, whoa! If this is working, maybe Arch Linux will work. So I quickly stick in my Arch Linux portable hard drive, getting really excited, thinking, okay, Arch Linux is going to boot, it's going to boot, I can do my next episode. And it didn't boot. Basically, the computer kept on freezing on the BIOS screen when this was plugged in, this portable hard drive. So I'll just show you. That portable hard drive there is what Arch is installed to, and while that's plugged in, the computer just wouldn't boot. Right, because I've got it set to boot from this first, and CDs first before it actually does the hard drive first. So I'm thinking, okay, well, if this isn't working, what else could I do? And I went on the Ubuntu forums, and I'd asked the question last night, Intel RST was installed, now I can't boot Ubuntu Grub or anything. But I guess that problem was solved. But what I've done, really silly, I never thought this would work, to get the whole Arch thing up, is someone said if you've installed anything new, unplug anything new you've installed, because that may be causing the issue. So, as you know, my Logitech camera was working, so I unplugged that, and recently I've got this. So, this thing here is a kind of Ethernet without any Ethernet cord. It's hard to explain, but it's a wireless, it goes through the power lines to get Ethernet. So what you do is you plug one into where you want Ethernet. So I've got no Ethernet ports here that I can actually use to have Ethernet in my computer. And I was going to go wireless, and yes, I can't use this just because I'd have to have a router here. I no longer have the router here. I have the router in the lounge room. So because the router is now in the lounge room, I've now plugged one of these into the router, plugged one in here, and I can get Ethernet here, and I'll actually show you what that looks like. If we come down to the lounge room, I know this is an adventure in Arch, not this, but I've got to explain this because this is stuff that's not working. I've got my Netgear router here now, and from the router, you get a blue cord, like an Ethernet cable, put it into this, and then wherever I have a power point in the house, I just plug another one of these in, stick an Ethernet port into it, to a laptop or anything I want, and I've got Ethernet. It's amazing, this thing. It's like a Ethernet power line thing. I don't know what you call it, but you can use Ethernet through your power lines wherever you plug it in. I've got a few plugged around the house now, and they all get Ethernet from that one Ethernet port. So it's crazy. So, what I'm going to now do is something crazy. So just finishing off what I did. Unplugged the new Ethernet and the Logitech webcam. Blew really hard into this. I literally did this. Really hard into it, thinking maybe there's some dust that's preventing it from booting. And I know I sound crazy, but after unplugging those two things and blowing into this port, suddenly Arch is now booting. Now what I'm going to do is even more crazy. I'm going to turn Arch off, quit, shut down. Okay, now that Arch is turning off, I'm actually going to try to plug these two things in and see if Arch boots. Now, literally, this may have just been some dust that was preventing this whole thing to boot, which is crazy. And you know what? If that's the case, that's really strange, because in Ubuntu, when I was in Ubuntu, I dual booted into Ubuntu, and I was trying to get this to boot, I actually viewed the files on this. I could view the files on this, even though it couldn't boot. So I'm wondering if dust has anything to do with it, but let's see. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to put in the Logitech camera into my computer, putting in Ethernet, and let's see if this boots. Ready? This is the moment of truth. So I would be really surprised if it's this Ethernet cable that's preventing Arch Linux from booting. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Now, the hard drive lights are turning on like they did before. Yep. Now on my computer screen, you should, as soon as the fan stops blowing, see a Lenovo screen. And if this goes away fast, then I'll be happy. Because if it takes more than 4 seconds, you know something's wrong. Okay. Yes, okay. Oh no, it didn't detect Arch. Wait, I'm going to get back out of this. Oh no, I hope this isn't a problem. I hope it is not the Ethernet that is preventing that from booting. I'd be really annoyed. Okay, let's try that again. Sometimes it doesn't detect the hard drive straight away, but let's just see what it does now. No! I had it working, now I can't. Wait, I'll try and do an advanced startup. And try and boot from... Well, if it's not detecting that, I don't think an advanced startup would work very well. You know, wait, let me just press enter. I'll try an advanced startup. Because this may be the Ethernet port. You just wouldn't think that Ethernet would prevent Arch from booting. Okay, so we're going to try and do an advanced startup. I'm going to press enter as soon as I see this and choose a boot device. But actually, it's probably not even detecting this boot device. Ah, it won't even let me do an advanced startup. Are you kidding me? Let me try what I did before. I'm going to unplug this drive. Now I'm going to blow into here. Ah, no, Windows started up. Ah, it's too slow. But hopefully now this will work. Although I don't want to try and blow my hard drive every time I need to get my Arch install working. It might just be a faulty USB port, I don't know. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reboot off camera now, and I'll tell you if this works. Okay, the moment of truth. I've just turned the power on. The lights are already lit up on this, let's see. Oh my goodness, if this doesn't work I'm going to be really annoyed. Because I had Arch Linux up before and I know Arch Linux can boot. However the computer is now, it's just that Ethernet cord. If it doesn't boot this time, I'll take out the Ethernet cord and see if that has anything to do with it. Okay, here we go, come on. Come on. Please, please, please. Aha, now this is what was happening before. See, and this shouldn't be happening. What's happening is the BIOS is pretty much frozen now. And it's not booting because this is stuck in. I can't believe I just got it to boot. But that was because I took out the Ethernet. And that, so I wonder if this cord has anything to do with the issue. If we take this out, will all my problems now be fixed? 3 fingers I had to use. Okay, take that out. And we'll start the computer up again, because... yeah, it's not going to boot. Okay, here we go. Without an Ethernet cord, will it boot now? Ah, now it's still not detecting Arch. Ah, it's driving me nuts. Okay, what if... stuff it being stuck in this one, do this one. Let's see if it's now detected. I don't know why it would hang. Oh, I can't believe I had it up and now I can't get it up again. It must be a problem with this hard drive or something. I don't know what it is. Look at that. Grub is now up, and I'll tell you what I've done. I've put this in the back and I've unplugged my webcam. That's the only change I've made since the last episode. And now, I mean, that's the only thing I've done. And Arch is booting now once. So, it's potentially the webcam. But I don't see how the webcam could be stopping Grub from even popping up. Because I've had the webcam in multiple episodes before, and it just works. In fact, let's stick the webcam back in now. Okay, webcam's in. And I'll stick Ethernet in. Okay, I'll just join you on the screen with Voco screen. Okay, I'm now on the screen with simple screen recorder, because as you know, Voco screen no longer works for me. Now let's see if GUVC allow. Look, here I am. It works. Sorry, I was looking at my camera. It works. I'm now in GUC view. So, not sure what's going on there. I'm now, and I know I shouldn't do this because I should just get on with the episode, but I really want this problem fixed. So what I'm going to do, oh wait, let's see if internet works with this new Ethernet port thing. Because that's a good test. I need to make sure internet works. Well, this is embarrassing. Okay, YouTube. Internet's working. You've got the awkward boy humbled by the single YouTube like. So, dunno. I've now got to work this out. I'm going to turn the computer on and off, this time with a Logitech webcam and Ethernet and everything plugged in. Let's see if this makes a difference. I won't tell you, I won't show you everything as much as I did at the beginning, but let's just see if this works. So I'll stop recording now. Okay, here we go. Everything is plugged in. Ethernet, Logitech webcam, portable hard drive, but in the back USB port rather than this front one. Let's see if it was just the USB port or some weird issue. You guys can tell me what you think it is, but let's see. If this doesn't boot up, I now know what to do. I just have to unplug Ethernet and grub loading. You were kidding me! So now that this Arch Linux is working, we know what the issue was. It was a faulty USB port. You just can't boot from this one or this one, or something like that, I don't know. But it's working, Arch Linux is working, problem solved. And that is really, really confusing. So it was nothing to do with Intel or RST. All I had to do was just stick Arch Linux into another USB port. But the thing is, that USB port, I can access files from other operating systems. I can always stick USBs in there, it is fine. I don't know what is wrong with these two ports. And just the back port is what made a difference. And then unplugging things. In fact, I actually booted Arch Linux originally off this port at the beginning of this video. So I don't know what the issue is. You guys might be able to help me with this, because I have no idea. So I'm going to need an answer to this, because this is just confusing. So now that I've actually got Arch Linux booting again, no idea how. It's crazy, just changed the portable hard drive port, doesn't mean anything to me, but I now want to get into some actual content. What we're going to try and do is install Windows XP in a virtual machine, VirtualBox, okay, in Arch Linux. So we're going to have a Windows XP VirtualBox in Arch Linux. I'm going to see if I can get that working, because a lot of people have been saying do Windows 7. The issue is I don't legally have a Windows 7 ISO file. Yes, I bought Windows 7, I've got it on this computer, but I don't legally have another serial key I can use. Because I bought Windows 7, I legally have a Windows XP ISO from Windows XP mode or something. I found the Windows XP ISO on my computer, and I can legally use that to boot. Yes, I could easily, illegally download it, and yes, we will do some torrenting later of legal files. But as of now, we're just going to try and boot XP off VirtualBox. Now let's jump onto the screen with Simple Screen Recorder. Okay, and we're on the air. Now I'm just gonna shrink this down. In case you're wondering why I'm using this GUC viewer, it's because for some reason, not GUC, well, GUC viewer replaced Cheese, because Cheese is annoying because it's got, all this extra features when I just want the webcam displayed. And the other issue is with Simple Screen Recorder. I don't use Voco Screen anymore because Simple Screen Recorder doesn't get out of sync. Voco Screen gets my video and audio out of sync all the time and it drives me nuts. Simple Screen Recorder is great. It doesn't have that problem and that's why I use it. Now, I've been annoying a lot of people here because a while ago I downloaded a program called Octopi, which I'm now actually going to pin up to the top here because, as you know, Octopi is like a graphical installation method kind of thing. So instead of using sudo pacman-s Firefox to install Firefox, I can just graphically get it. Although I think I'm actually used to typing pacman. That's why I never kind of got into this Octopi or whatever you call it, because I was just so used to this other method of installing programs. So let's open Octopi, and I'm going to try and install VirtualBox with Octopi. I tried to do it before, but I was getting all these lib errors, and the lib errors went when I updated my system. Now, talking about updating my system, I'd better do that right now. pacman-s yu. I think that's it. I've got to do sudo. And let's see if this works. Synchronizing. Okay, good. Because I need to update my packages, otherwise I'm obviously going to have issues with Octopi here. Replace with multilib. Why not? Okay, total down, whoa. 200 meg, a gigabyte update. Net upgrade size minus, just yes. Okay, so it's going to do its update thing here. I'm not going to get VirtualBox wallet updates because that would be kind of crazy. So I'll just have a little look here though, see if I can find VirtualBox. Now this says display all groups. Oh, can you do Yoit? That would be interesting. Oh, you can't. Oh, that's annoying. What's that red? That looks scary, red. There are 4 up. Don't make an update a red scary thing. It's like you're saying updates are evil. Oh my goodness, that's scary. Okay. So it doesn't work, so you just display all groups, I guess. Okay. And once it does all groups, let's come down here and see if I can find virtual vim v. Where is virtual? VirtualBox. There it is. VirtualBox guest ISO. Oh, where's just VirtualBox in general? Why does? Okay, there we go. VirtualBox. Now, I just want to have a look at this VirtualBox. Let's make this bigger. Conflicts with VirtualBox OSE. Don't know what that is. Download size is pretty big. Optional dependencies. I'm probably going to need this stuff to get internet. Depends on. Okay, so we're going to try and install it through this, but I'll quit that now just because I don't want to install it during an update. As you can see, this Ethernet cord is working with Arch Linux. No driver needed or anything. No driver was needed with Windows either. But it's good to see that this is actually working. Now, I'm just going to look on the Arch Linux wiki now just to see if you need anything else with VirtualBox. Because I heard someone on the YouTube comments say, oh, you can't just install VirtualBox, you need all this other stuff working too. So I'll just put that there so you can see all the updates it does. Because it's been a long time since our last adventures in Arch. VirtualBox Arch. We'll see. VirtualBox Arch Linux Wiki. Yeah, I must have KDE installed on my computer. Someone else said I have it too. So yeah, KDE must be on my computer because it seems I can even boot into KDE if I want, but I haven't actually tried it yet. I'll try it in another episode. We'll see if KDE is actually on my computer. Hosts running. Okay, sure. So what does it say? VirtualBox is a hypervisor used to run operating systems in a special environment called a virtual machine on top of the existing operating system. VirtualBox is in constant development and new features are implemented continuously. Now just so you know, I don't use VirtualBox. I know how to use it, but I don't. In Windows, to emulate stuff for OS First Timer, I always use VMware. Just because I've had a lot more luck with VMware. VirtualBox gives me the blue screen of death in Windows. Literally, if I try and boot Windows Vista in Windows 7 in VirtualBox, boom, blue screen of death. It's crazy. That's why I use VMware, because I've never had an issue with VMware. Okay? VMware works fine, VirtualBox does not work fine on my Windows 7 installation on my computer. So I do not use VirtualBox. I'm just using it in Arch, because I doubt you've got VMware for Linux. Wait. VMware Linux. Yeah. Maybe you can get VMware for Linux. Oh, you're kidding me, version 10, like... I've bought VMware 8, and they want me to pay $128 to update to version 10, and no, I'm not going to update to version 10. So just because of VMware payment rage, I'm actually not going to do VMware in Linux. I'm going to use VirtualBox, mainly because, number one, I think you guys want me using open source software, and no VMware, because I'm familiar with that. Why use something I'm familiar with? This is supposed to be something I'm not familiar with. Now, including shared folders, okay, guest add-ons, yep, provided. So first, okay, this is how to install it. In order to install it, okay, so you have to follow these steps, and I'm going to follow these steps. From the official repositories, install the VirtualBox package, which includes all this, yep. The VirtualBox package comes with VirtualBox host modules as a requirement, okay, yep. You can install the Qt optional dependency, yep. Okay. Oh, this is not... Okay, if you intend to use VirtualBox in command line only, which I don't intend to use it in that. Next, in order for it to virtualize your guest installation, you need to add kernel modules to your host kernel. Kernel modules. As you know... Oh, no. See, this kind of stuff throws me off, because in Windows you just install VirtualBox. You don't need to do all this kernel module stuff. So let's have a little look. I'll open this in a new tab. I just want to see what this kernel modules thing is. And you'd better hurry up update. Okay. So, you have to, okay, to create a kernel module, you need to read this. Okay, so I'm going to have to, oh, this kernel module thing. In fact, I think this kernel module is how I ended up getting this UVC driver or whatever this is to actually work. Yeah, so maybe I need to add this kernel module. What I'm gonna try to do, just as an example, I'm gonna try and do it without the kernel module. If VirtualBox does not work, then obviously I'm out of luck. Now, this update is done, so let's open it. Oh, I didn't even add Octopi up to the top here. I should have added Octopi. Let's add it up to the top now. Okay, add or remove. I just want to wait till this is all installed, actually. But yeah, it does appear that this VirtualBox installation is going to be a little tougher than it is with Windows because of all this extra stuff you have to do. So to virtualize it, you need to add it. Okay, we'll try it without just to see what happens, and then if it doesn't work, I'm obviously going to need to... What's all this hook stuff? I hate that word. Look at that word. F-S-C-K. It's like the F word, but they've just replaced the U with an S. It drives me nuts. Okay. Installing Mono Boy. This is taking forever. See, Arch Linux, it's a bleeding edge operating system. Look at all these updates in just a week. It's not like in Windows, oh, you've got 87 updates after a week. It's more like, oh, you've got 2 updates after a week. Or maybe if you haven't turned your computer on for a year, oh yeah, you've got 53 updates, you know? Okay, upgrade. Let's get this going. Here we go. We're ready for Octopi now. Add all... Where did my dock go? Are you kidding me? My dock is now gone. Okay. Because my dock is gone... Wait, let me try and open Docky. Docky... Okay, there, my dock's back. I'm going to have to keep this minimized for the rest of the episode now. let's now pin this to dock. See, I'm at that point now where if something happens, like a program disappears, I know that I just open up the terminal and just make it appear again. Like, at the beginning, if I was a new Linux user, I'd be like, oh no, Docky's disappeared, I don't know what to do, maybe I should reboot, and that pretty much would fix the issue. But I'm at the point now, yeah, where I'm learning much better and I can just get this kind of stuff up. Okay, where do I put it? I'm thinking, yeah, that looks like a nice spot for it. That'll be our permanent little install software thing, but it's a weird thing. You see, add or remove software. I'm like, what does this weird Pac-Man-like thing have to do with it? And now I'm looking and I'm like, oh yeah, Octopi. It's like an octopus? I don't know. But let's just get Arch working, VirtualBox working. Can I just type virtual? Cool, you can. Okay, can you just manually do the module? That would be cool. Okay, anyway, let's try and install VirtualBox. So install, and virtual Ethernet emulator, why not? Development kit, I don't think I need that. Module sources, sure. Configuration tools, yep, let's get that. Okay, next. To be installed, this stuff, yep, and I just tick it, I think. I've never used this before. Commit, need to be retrieved, yes. Password has to be typed in. Oops, wrong password, there we go. Save for this session. Yeah, I might just save for this session. And let's see. Installing. Now, 830... This had better work, this password. Because that's the same password I'm using. Well, I don't know what to type in. Oh, okay. So, okay, I had to do the admin password, like the root password, rather than the Arch Linux password. So that's a bit odd, but okay. Install. So 12. It's interesting to see the output in this, like an actual graphical installer. Okay, command finished. Wow, is it installed already? Is it done? Are you kidding me? Where's VirtualBox? I'm guessing system tools? No. Office? I don't see VirtualBox anywhere. Where is VirtualBox? Come on. Command finished, okay. Installing VirtualBox. Like I can type VirtualBox in and I know VirtualBox was run. I can put it in the run window. Look, VirtualBox. And it runs, yes, there's VirtualBox. I can... Cool, I don't remember that logo. Okay. But, where is VirtualBox here? Accessories, maybe. I think I'm blind. I just cannot see VirtualBox. AbiWord, CMake. System tools. Maybe if I log in and out, VirtualBox will appear. But that is really funny. It's not appearing in this menu, and I probably need to add it to this menu. But what I'm going to do is, because VirtualBox is probably going to be something I use a lot, I'm going to add it up here. I'm going to pin to dock, and later on we'll reboot, because I'll need to reboot at some stage, and we'll see if VirtualBox is working. So, pin to dock. Sure, so it's now pinned to the dock, and I might... don't know. There. Yeah, look, it looks better there. I don't know, it just looked a bit strange next to the docky. But okay, VirtualBox. So on a USB, I've got Windows XP. Now, this is a USB, and I'm going to stick this USB into my computer. And let's see, error mount, oh, are you kidding me? Unknown file system type. Are you kidding me? I had this working before. Well, that's the front two USB ports. Let me try and stick it in the back USB port. And if this doesn't work, oh my goodness, I'm going to be so annoyed. I've had a USB working before. You kidding me? Okay, I can't get the USB to boot. I have no idea why the USB won't boot vfat. Is that the file system? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to now try to go into Windows through here and try and grab it off Windows. So let's see. Just to keep my privacy and stuff of my Windows installation. Oh, wait a sec, USB. Oh, it tricked me there, you made me think it was going to work. I may keep this off camera, just this little bit where I'm grabbing this, because you were just confusing me, authorized. It wants different passwords for different things. Okay, and that's that orange clip thing, but what I've got to do is I'm just going to do this off screen, so yeah. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, here we are, we're back on the air. Now I'm gonna actually, I've just grabbed it off my thing and I've put it on the desktop, but I'm not gonna have it on the desktop. I'm gonna have a folder, .iso, operating system install, no, I'll just call it operating system disks as my folder. And I'm going to put Windows XP in there. So this is, I think, I don't know where this XP came from. I just found an XP ISO on my computer, and I'm assuming it has something to do with the Windows XP mode. So let's try and get this up in VirtualBox. So where's VirtualBox gone? Do I even have it open anymore? There it is. So it is open. Okay. New Windows. How did you know it was going to be Windows XP? I guess that's the default. Must be what people install all the time. So Windows XP. Next. RAM, I'm going to give it 1,000. I'll give it a gig of RAM. I can give it up to 12 gig because that's how much I have, but I won't give it that much. So, create a virtual hard drive now. Yep, I definitely need to do that. VDI, yep. Dynamically allocated as it fills up. May take longer to create, but it's often faster to use. Let's do fixed size, I'm thinking. I'm gonna make it, let's make it about, let's make it, I don't want it 6.9, I just want it 7 GB. There we go, 7 gigabytes, perfect. Windows XP now, can I do a location? Home, Philip, VirtualBox aim. Okay, so as long as it's in home and not in, you know, yeah, that's a good spot for it. Okay, cancel. So it is gonna go into that location, sure. Okay, great. Create, I just don't want it on the root directory, I want it in my directory because I've only got like 19 gig of root and I'm running out. Create. Okay, so this looks like it'll take a little while. So another thing now I want to get into your head is that in this episode I want to do some Minecraft, okay? Not in VirtualBox Windows XP, I want to do Minecraft in Linux. Now I've heard this is a little bit harder than Windows, you've got to get Java first, then Minecraft, that's as far as I know. So while Windows XP is installing, I definitely want to try to get Minecraft working, because we're not going to sit through watching Windows XP install for the next half an hour. We want something cool to happen. So let's look up Minecraft Arch, see what we need. I love how Minecraft, a game, is actually on the Arch Linux wiki. It's just so crazy. It just shows how big the Arch Linux wiki is. So if you've installed Minecraft from the AUR, you can use install groups Minecraft. Yep, Minecraft. You just type in Minecraft. I can't believe it's, oh wait, in the AUR, so it's not in community, so you use Yogurt to install it. Okay. Otherwise you need to manually launch it with that. Are you kidding me? Is that all you do? You just type in Minecraft and Minecraft works. Let's test that. That would be crazy if it actually worked. I doubt this is going to work. Here we go. Yoet. I don't remember how to spell Yoet. Yet another user repository manager. Oh wait, yet Yoet. I don't remember Minecraft. Let's see if that's right. Yoet, yeah, that's not how you spell Yoet. See, this is testing me now. Yoet. I've got to remember how to spell it. Yoet Arch. Yeah. Oh. So it's yet another. Okay. Yeah. S. Minecraft. I would use Octopi, but I don't know if I can get Yoet stuff off Octopi, so that's the only issue with that. Okay, there we go. So Minecraft is on the AUR. Crazy. Another thing that's crazy, look at that. Add or remove stuff. That one's red, and this one's yellow. I have no idea why they've changed colours there. Anyway. Do I want to edit? No. Do I want to install? Yes. Okay. There we go. Now, how's this VirtualBoxing? 19 seconds remaining. Good thing I was talking about Minecraft all this time. Okay. Edit Minecraft? No. Oh, wait. Duh. No. Continue building? Yes. Okay, now it wants the password for Philip. Okay. Yes. 41 megabytes. Okay. Installing. Fantastic. Now, hard drive. Did I not just create a hard drive? Oh, there we go. I was just thinking, you were kidding me. I just created a hard drive and it took a while. So let's now power it on, start. Failed to open. Kernel drive. You know what? That is good. It tells you kernel driver not installed. That is either not installed. There is a permission problem. Please reinstall the kernel by doing that, and it tells you exactly. Do you know what? VirtualBox has done it very well here, because it's saying it's not working. This is what you have to do to fix it, which really isn't an Arch kind of thing. Arch is just kind of like, yeah, you're on your own, but this is good. I like this. Okay, well, let's try and use Octopi then. So what was it? It was VMware host modules. Okay, VMware host modules. Let's install. Oops, install host modules. Tick. Maybe I'd better wait just until this one's done, this Minecraft thing, and then I'll get the host modules. Okay, there we go. That's done. And yes, get this. Okay. You must load VirtualBox drive module before starting. Okay. Let's just see if I really do. Start. Yep. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do is close VirtualBox and... Okay, abort. Let's see if I now open VirtualBox, and I know it's closed because the little point's not up here. So let's try and open it and see if it works now. Maybe I need to reboot as root. Okay, so what I might need to do is I might need to reboot now, and then after rebooting, then we'll see this. We'll see if VirtualBox works, then we'll try and install Windows XP, and while XP installs, we will play Minecraft. Okay, because I definitely need a game to get me over all this booting issues, and hopefully it boots now. So let's start recording and hope that this boots. So I'm now pressing reboot. The computer is turning itself off, and if this turns back on and does not boot back into this portable hard drive, I'm going to be really angry. Okay, because I really want this to work. 2, 1, and it should be off now. Now it should start coming back on. Yep, I can tell because the monitor lights just lit up. Here we go. Arch, Arch, Arch. Yes! It's going into Arch. So that must be the issue. literally a faulty like I've had a few issues honestly with these two front USB ports, but that must have actually been the original issue that's preventing Arch Linux from booting. So there we go. If you ever have a problem, and I know this sounds crazy, booting Arch Linux from a portable USB drive or anything, try it in another USB port and it just might work. Unplug a few things and it just might work, you see? It's obviously a faulty USB port. Unless you guys can tell me better, that's now an issue. See, I'm always having issues here. I've updated Arch Linux, now my mouse doesn't even work. And my keyboard doesn't work. So, the joys of Arch Linux. An update just broke my system. I now cannot use my mouse. Oh. You guys, help me. I don't know what to do. I was about to get Minecraft and we're about to have lots of fun. I was about to get Windows XP in a virtual machine. Do I have to just unplug it and plug it back in? Well, let me just try the unplug trick and then I'll get back to you. So here we go. Dang it! My mouse doesn't work. But I know it's not frozen because the time's going by. My keyboard doesn't work. I can't press enter, escape or anything. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to boot into Windows, have a little read and see if I can fix this. Because this Arch system, I can't go back to the terminal and I can't do anything if my... Talking about mouse, I wonder if this mouse will work. Let's try it. Because if I have a mouse, that's at least some kind of thing, interface with my operating system. Let me just... And I know I probably shouldn't stick it in this USB port, but I'm going to try to. Okay. So... Why is it not lighting up? This is... Wait a sec. This isn't lighting up. But this is. So there's obviously, like, the device is... Oh, sorry, dust in there. The device is working. You'd think... And this just won't light up. Maybe it is a USB port. I'll unplug it from here. Because I think these front two USB ports have had it, honestly. There's something wrong with them. Okay. I'll plug this mouse into this back USB port here. Okay, it's in. Now, let's see. Still not working. I know this mouse works, I just don't know why it's not working now. That's annoying. Okay. So our adventure in Arch is now going to have to take a little detour into Windows. Sorry to offend. If you hate Windows and you just don't want to see me go into Windows to search for a bit of help, then just end the video now. Sorry. We're going to go into Windows. So, I suppose now would be a great time for me to give a bit of a review of what I think of Arch Linux. An update should not break the system. I should not have this issue. I mean, come on, what are you supposed... Like, okay, I guess I can kind of boot into Ubuntu, put this drive in and somehow get Arch Linux working through Ubuntu, but... Like, what if you had Arch Linux as your main operating system? You know, if Arch Linux is your main operating system, something like this happens, you don't have any other computers, you're screwed. Literally. You've got no mouse, no keyboard, no other operating system to boot into, no way to even debug this operating system in any way because you can't actually multi-boot or do anything. So really, Arch, in my opinion, should not be your primary operating system. Use it as a secondary operating system unless you want to suffer the consequences. I'm lucky that Arch is not my main operating system, and I don't know anybody out there who would be able to have it as their main operating system with these kind of issues happening. Okay, because a computer should not break with an update. Like, Windows doesn't have this issue, Ubuntu doesn't have this issue, but Arch does, and it's driving me nuts. So, let that be a lesson for anyone thinking about installing Arch. know that updates can break your system. It's rare apparently. I've heard sometimes it happens every 6 months or so, but it can happen. And don't think that Arch is this perfect operating system you can install and then never have any problems with. Every time you update, there's a potential for it to break your system. Anyway, this is a bit odd. This is like Windows adventures in Windows now. Let's move on to the screen with Fraps. But just before I do, look at this. Device driver was not installed. Unknown device. Is that? That's probably the mouse. Maybe this. Oh wait. Well, actually, no, the mouse is working. I can move the mouse around the screen and it has got a light now. So, I wonder what this unknown device was. It's crazy. What do I do if my device is not installed? I'm really confused. Wait, let's just move on to the screen now with Fraps. Okay, I think, yeah, Fraps should now be recording. Okay, this is just a little nuts if you ask me. So, yeah, Fraps is recording. I can see the little red thing there. Not sure what I've plugged in new to my computer, only the mouse, so that's just a bit odd. Anyway, let's open up Firefox here. This is just so odd now, like adventures in Windows now is what we're ending up getting into. Come on, hurry up. Windows isn't this slow, don't worry, it's just because I've just booted my computer, it's a bit like this. So, Arch, update, keyboard, not working. Okay. USB, yeah, that's right, USB keyboard stopped working. And just so we can try and simulate our whole little adventures in Arch thing as quick as possible, let's get quick capture up. So you can see me at the corner of the screen just to make it seem like it's still adventures in Arch rather than adventures in Windows. Okay. Hello, yeah, a bit out of sync, but whatever. Okay, I wish I had GU... Now look, this is a point in time where I'm thinking, I need GUC view in Windows. Okay. Wait, resolution, can I do a little small... Yeah, that would be better. You can, that's 360p, wow, still looks great, to be honest. Okay, let me just put that at the bottom of the screen. And yeah, there we go, that's sorted. There's my little Windows GUC view, even though it's not really a GUC view. So, after today's update, that was 2012, I can't log in anymore since the keyboard doesn't work. I don't use any, just a login, so nothing related to X. Unplugging the keyboard and plugging it in doesn't solve the problem. The keyboard works in Grub, but not in the login console. Yeah, good point, my keyboard works in Grub. I wonder if this is something to do with X. I suppose it's a bug in the new version of USB utils, but I don't know how to find it. Also, since the keyboard doesn't work, the only thing I can do is accessing the part from a parallel install, which hasn't been updated yet, or at best rooting. So maybe I have to reinstall the drivers. We could try that. I uninstalled the keyboard, but still the same. Should I proceed installing? Wait a sec! I just thought of something. If you uninstall the keyboard, you don't have a keyboard to reinstall them. Oh, that's nuts. You'd probably have to root from Ubuntu or something. I reinstalled the system and it's worked. I'm not gonna reinstall the system to get this working. That is a fact. Do you know what? End of episode, I give up. Sorry, I give up. I just can't work this out. So, okay, I'm gonna need your help. So basically my issue is Arch Linux won't boot. Yes, in Adventures in Arch Linux, I had to boot into Windows to try and get an answer here. This is just ridiculous. How on earth are you supposed to use Arch Linux if you can't use a keyboard and mouse? Maybe it's a graphical login with X, maybe I have to disable that, but how do I disable? You see, I've got to plug this in. You see, I'm just at such a loss right now of what I should do, because, okay, I've got Arch booting again. That's great. I update my system, and now I can't even get any keyboard or mouse input. Now this is the last time. What we're going to do, in fact, I'll swap the... Here we go, doing some quick stuff. I'll swap some of these ports around. There we go. I swapped the mouse port around. Don't know if that'll do anything, but look, the keyboard's working right now in this grub screen. But as soon as I boot into Arch, then the keyboard doesn't work. So there's something wrong here. Wait a sec. I could try and boot Arch from the failback installation, because it said something about a failback. Maybe if I try and boot it from that, it might work. Who knows, but let's see. There's no keyboard and mouse. I'll try and just see if it boots from that fail-safe fallback or whatever that is. And if it doesn't, oh my goodness, I'm going to be annoyed. No keyboard or mouse, you are kidding me, Arch. So, let's try and do the failback. And if that doesn't work, I really need your help, because I can literally not do another episode of Adventures in Arch Linux unless I have this failback. I mean, unless I can boot into Arch Linux and do stuff. So, Adventures in Arch, it's got a lot of fun stuff ahead. What are we going to be doing? We're going to do Minecraft, we're going to do VirtualBox, we're going to do video editing, we're going to do audio editing, we're going to try and make some music, we're going to try to... Give me ideas here, I'm getting a bit stuck, I can't think on the spot with the stress of this not working. We're going to do a bunch of stuff, okay? Everything, we might even try and change the grub boot screen to look a bit more Arch-like. We might do some, I don't know, conky stuff. Who knows what we'll do, but I can't do any of that until Arch Linux is booting and working. Unable to emulate, and look at this, unable to enumerate USB device on port 6. Device descriptor read 64 error 110. Cannot finalize remaining file systems and devices, giving up. And you've seen exactly what I did. I changed, all I've done in this episode that really could have affected this is that multi-lib thing. I uninstalled something and I installed a multi-lib thing, and I've also done a system update. So I don't know what it was, but one of those things has stopped my keyboard and mouse from working. Anyway, I'm going to turn this off now. Fallback init RAM FS. Let's try this. Ready? Let's see, loading. So it pretty much looks like it's saying the same stuff as before. I don't know if it'll show a graphical login screen, but we're about to find out. Oh, it does. And my mouse still doesn't work. So fallback, normal back, whatever. It doesn't work. If you want to see another episode of Adventures in Arch Linux, something that's actually a little more fun than trying to turn my computer on and off and stuff like that, I need your help, please. See you next time. Bye. Just something interesting to document here. Here is, like, I've got Ubuntu running right now, like my Ubuntu 13.04 installation, and I was just going in here, like, you know, files and stuff, and I was just about to start using Ubuntu when I turned Ubuntu on. My keyboard wasn't working. Yeah, and my mouse wasn't working. So, something was obviously going on there. And I'm thinking, why is my keyboard and mouse not working? In Ubuntu, like, it works in Windows, it just didn't work in Arch, nor Ubuntu. Now, after about 2 minutes of sitting down in Ubuntu with the keyboard and mouse not working, like, I could see the time. This is the GNOME 3 version of Ubuntu. I could see the time ticking by, tick, 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 but my mouse wasn't moving, and I'm thinking, what the hell? And after 2 minutes, I was like pressing keys on the keyboard, I was like, oh, why won't this work? Then suddenly, I moved the mouse, and the mouse moved. And I'm thinking, what? So, 2 minutes of booting into Ubuntu and the mouse suddenly works. I'm wondering if this has fixed the problem in Arch Linux. Let's see if this Ubuntu has, maybe it like reinstalled the Linux driver for this mouse. And wait, let me make sure the keyboard's working. Yeah, the keyboard's working, I'm typing in the terminal. So I've got to work this out. I'll go now into Arch Linux, I'll transfer all the video files from Arch Linux, the simple screen recorder stuff, ready to join it all together with the audio of this camera and output it in Windows so I can upload it to YouTube. But then, yeah, let's just see if Arch works, because if it does work, then, yeah, I'll be surprised. So, this is crazy. I don't know, wait, you gotta see this. You gotta see this. Look at this, look at this. The mouse is working. I can click on stuff and let's see if the keyboard works. What the... I don't get this. I'm now officially confused. Yeah, it works. Okay. Now, what I've done is, I did the same thing as I did with Ubuntu. I waited 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes, suddenly my mouse starts working. Just randomly. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I just know after 2 minutes it starts working. And yeah, there we go. So, I don't know what the delay is now. This is another problem, but it's linked to Linux in some way. Because Ubuntu took 2 minutes to get the mouse working, and now Arch Linux has taken 2 minutes to get the mouse working. In fact, you know what I should do? Maybe it was some driver issue. Maybe if I boot back into Arch, that's what I'm going to do. I'll turn it on and off, and if Arch now works again, then without the instant, like, the loading time at the end, then I'll do a double episode back to back, and I'll start another episode pretty much now, so you get 2 episodes in a single day. Because I really, this is an episode of failure. The next episode will be my episode of success, a bit like Microsoft Windows. So here we go. I'm gonna log out. I'm gonna shut down. And if the computer turns on and I can't use my keyboard or mouse in Arch Linux, then I'll know exactly how to fix the problem. If you wait a minute, it'll start working. But the thing is, I don't want to now, every time I turn the computer on, wait a whole minute for my keyboard and mouse to work in Linux operating systems. See, I'm wondering what this is, because I'm thinking it's affecting Arch Linux, right, at first, after the update, and it's affecting Ubuntu too. So, if it's affecting Ubuntu and Arch, it must be something... Like, I wouldn't think it would be the USB port. I mean, that was my original problem, but, this is just strange. Oh, you are kidding me. Do not do this to... Arch Linux, you are driving me nuts. It's doing this thing where it now won't boot. Like, literally, if I unplug that portable hard drive, it'll boot. But it's doing that thing, it won't boot from that portable hard drive now. I'll be back after changing the USB port of my portable hard drive, and then we'll finally see if this problem is fixed. Okay, here we go. I'm almost out of battery now, so I don't have that much time left. So I've got to quickly do this, otherwise I'm going to run out of battery. So we'll see if this works, okay? Is that... Yes! It just needed to reinstall the driver or something. Look. Instant working. Okay, there we go, Philip, and it works. Okay. So, problem fixed. Okay, it's working. So I've just opened that to air. It's really loud out there, but anyway. This, I don't know how, like, I'm literally holding it, I never hold the camera angle like this and put myself to a mirror, but I just couldn't be bothered to put it on the chair just because I'm so excited. But that is the problem. All I needed to do was simply wait 2 minutes. See, it's a matter of patience. If I just waited 2 minutes, I know my keyboard and mouse will work. Like, now I don't even have to wait the 2 minutes anymore, so that Arch update must have done something. If you guys can explain to me what that Arch update did that made me have to wait 2 minutes for the mouse and keyboard to work, and then it works now all the time, then tell me, because I really don't get this. Anyway, see you next episode. Goodbye.